Now, John, I haven't had a chance to talk to you, or the listeners haven't had a chance to hear you since the Manchester City Liverpool game on Thursday night. We were talking during the match, and I know to some extent you were disappointed. Although Liam and I did talk to Liam on Friday, I thought it was a great match, and Liam did too. But you were disappointed that a number of the players on both sides didn't quite rise to the occasion as you feel top players should. Yeah,
definitely, Eamon. I enjoyed the game with what was at stake and all the various things that surrounded it. You couldn't help but enjoy what was happening.
Yeah.
Now, I'm only talking from a home point of view, but I was disappointed in the performances on the night. I mean, I know Graham Souness was on the thing. They said, well, the intensity. There was a great intensity. You'd expect intensity in a match like that.
Yes.
But over the years that I've seen the great games, players overcome the intensity and still perform on the day. Yeah. I didn't think that happened.
No, I mean, you were talking in particular to me about David Silva, for example, who we both agree is a wonderful, great player.
Yeah, like he was legless, Eamon.
Yeah.
You know, like nerves affect people in different ways, as we know before the match.
Yeah.
Like Bernard Silva was the opposite. He was hyper.
Yes.
He could have been sent off, Eamon.
Yes.
You know, he was yellow carded on the day, but he was doing stupid things.
Yeah.
And David Silva didn't kick a ball on the thing. You know, and I'll just go through it from Manchester City's point of view. I thought Company was really good.
Yep.
Fernandinho was the star man. Aguero was very good. Sané was very good. Ederson in goal didn't have that much to do. But what I thought were poor, Danilo was poor anyway.
Yeah, he's useless.
Bernard Silva.
At that level.
Bernard Silva, hyper. David Silva, hyper. The OKs were Stones, Laporte, and Sterling mixed.
Yeah.
From Liverpool's point of view, very good. Robertson, star again.
Yeah.
Van Dijk start. Okay, Wijnaldum, Milner, Alisson, Firmino, poor. Mane, never kicked the ball. Salah, I thought nerves, didn't kick a ball. Alex Arnold, the fullback, as we know.
Yeah.
You know, Alexander Arnold, just poor. Henderson, non-existent.
And Lovren?
Awful.
Yeah.
So there was as many bad performances as there were good performances, but obviously the match was of such importance that you'd have to enjoy it.
Yeah,
I mean, I actually enjoyed the match, but looking at it, I thought the performances, it could still have been a better match with the same excitement in it. That was my feeling on it anyway.
Yeah, and I think you could illustrate that by saying, look at all the great games that Ronaldo and Messi have had to play in. And
it's a big stage, Eamon. It's a big stage, I know. And of course, the bigger the stage, the more nervous you're inclined to be. But we've seen great teams play in great matches before, where there was World Cups at stake and all that. And they still performed.
Yes,
that's what I was disappointed about. We could have had still a great, maybe even a better match if all the players had performed as in a way that we know they could perform.
Absolutely, because it brings out the very, very best in you, in the great, great players such as Messi, such as Ronaldo. There's no doubt about that. I would say in Salah's defence, he played the ball through it was a beautiful ball for Mane, who hit the post, and by a miracle, City kept the ball out of net.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was. I mean, I love Mane. I think Salah. I think he's a really top player, John. But there wasn't a lot in the game for him. Because other people didn't,
No, I would agree. I would agree with that. I love Salah. I love all those players, man, when they're at their best time and doing it. It was just on the night. I mean, I might be being hypercritical.
It's a very valid point.
This is a big, this is a big occasion.
Yeah.
And nerves play a big thing in everything, and temperament and everything.
Yeah.
And I was just a little disappointed in that. And I love Salah as well.
Yeah.
As you say, there wasn't much in the game for him. But he didn't look sharp, Eamon. I know he can be on games where there's not a lot in it for him. But you can see players, they're just sharp and they're doing the stuff, But anyway,
now, to go back to that Pep Guardiola conversation we keep having, he paid respect to Liverpool by playing a back four. He played Laporte as a left back, who's a centre half. He played Danilo at right back, and Company and Stones at the central defenders. There was no, wing backs as such, and it was quite a conservative selection. What I want to ask you is this: after the time, 2.5 seasons he's been there, Guardiola, and the incredible amount of money he's spent and had to spend, all of it virtually on forwards. Isn't it strange that he's got to have a makeshift left back to replace a makeshift left back in Fabian Delph, and that Danilo is playing right back? He left Walker on the bench, which is very strange. His attitude to balance in the team and to the importance of great defenders, such as Van Dijk, shall we say, it still baffles me, John.
Well, that's your take on it, Eamon. You know, I wouldn't have Danilo in the team. I don't think he's any good.
No, but it's the fact that he hasn't got any better. He bought
Mendy at one time. Mendy was
he's
a very,
injured.
Very good player,
he's a left back. He's injured.
Delph fits in at that particular position.
Yeah.
But that's the way. I don't agree with everything he does, Eamon, but on the defensive scale, I think there should be more emphasis on the defence.
Yeah.
But he keeps winning. He
doesn't keep winning, John. I mean, he's nowhere. He hasn't had a sniff at the Champions League since he left Barcelona. I mean,
he's only got 2 goals. He's
He's 3 goals at Bayern Munich. He's had 2 goals at Manchester City, and to be fair to him now, you wouldn't expect him to come into Manchester City, wave a magic wand, but he took over a team at Bayern Munich that had won the Champions League the year before.
Yeah, well, that's no. But I mean, you don't have to win the Champions League all the time. I mean, Ferguson was 27 years at Old Trafford, and he won it twice.
Twice, yeah.
You know, you don't all the great managers do what they do. I mean, he might win it once or twice with Manchester City, but there's not many win it on a regular basis in terms of what he's done.
I suppose my point is that he doesn't appear as anxious or as compelled to get himself a strong defence to match the brilliance of his attacking players.
Well, I think that's a fair comment. In many ways, you'd have to say a similar situation about Klopp. Now, we're not talking about...
No. Klopp went out and got Van Dijk. He went out and he bought Alisson. He has got Robertson now, who's a good attacker, brilliant attacker, and a very, very good defender. And he's got Gomez back when he's fit, please God, to replace Lovren. I think Klopp has changed, John. He's balanced his team up.
He's got good defenders in and good luck to it. I don't mean to run down Klopp in any way or promote Guardiola.
No.
Guardiola does what he does, Eamon. I would agree there should be more emphasis on defending. That's what I agree with that. But what he does to compensate for that, in many ways, is to do what he does, which is they don't get at the defence all that much. You know, he has Aguero working hard. He's got everybody working hard that you don't get at the defence. And there isn't any one way in football. Everybody's got different ideas about it. But you have to look at the end product. What does he win? Does he win doing what he's doing? He wins most of the time.
My answer to that is that the end product, when it came to the Champions League last year, was a whopping by Monaco. And it was quite a severe beating, home and away. Now, when he comes up against the better teams in this year's Champions League, and they've got a fairly cushy draw to begin with, Schalke, I think it is, then the fact that he hasn't got a defence is going to cost them progress.
Well, we'll see about that. We don't know. Okay. We don't know that yet.
I do.
Wait and see.
Okay.
Well, you're a genius then. If you can forecast the future in the way that you do.
I'm not a genius. The weather forecasters can forecast the future, John. Anyway, I can forecast for the future that I will always be eternally grateful to you for joining me this morning and talking about this. And to be fair to you and give you a chance to come up with a better answer to my question about Pep's regard for defenders.
Well, my best answer, Raymond, is his record.
Okay.
His record. Let's wait and see. I mean, I agree with you that I would have more emphasis on defending.
Right.
But that's me. That's
well,
not
I'll tell you what his record is. His record is he won the Champions League twice.
Yeah.
With Lionel Messi.
Hang on a minute. Was Ferguson one of the great managers?
No. Yes.
Huh? He has emphasis on defending, doing what he did, and he was great. He won it twice, Simon.
Yeah, but I think
in 27 years.
I think Pep had the assistance of Lionel Messi, Xavi, Iniesta.
I can't argue with you any more than that. I mean, he's not. Whatever I say to you, it's not going to convince you in any way whatsoever.
Of
course, he had Messi. He had Messi and these guys. Didn't he encourage them to play the way they played?
Can I phrase the question differently? And it's the last question.
Okay.
If he doesn't win, I'm telling you, Manchester City will not win the Champions League with a very average defence this year, next year, or any other year. Do you think they will?
I think they could.
Okay.
See, I wouldn't be as emphatic as you and say, yes, they will. I don't know.
Right.
I think they'll be there or thereabouts, but I certainly wouldn't say they definitely won't. But you're saying that. That's okay. That's your opinion. But I think it's I wouldn't ever get into a situation where they'll never win it or they are going to win it. We don't know, Eamon.
Okay.
They're in there with a shout. All they can do is wait and see.
I mean, I'll have egg in my face, won't I, if they win it?
Well, you'll have more egg on your face than I will because I'm not committing myself as much.
Anyway,
but that's why people listen to you.
Okay, it's brilliant to talk to you, John. Happy New Year, and we'll talk again in the next few days.
Yeah.
And if City win the Champions League with a Ragball Rovers defence, I'm getting out of it. I actually said I'd leave television punditry if Pogba got a World Cup winners' medal. And what happened? He got a World Cup winners' medal.
Yeah.
And I gave up the telly.
There's been one or two of those in the past.